trunk. Next time I won't get so. Why, son of a gun, pay for all I've done. Swear they'll get upset, 'cause I ain't done just yet. Had a load of fun on my parents' couch, trying to figure out what love's about. Mom came busting through that door. What? No more. Kick that girl out in the street. Next time I'll be more discreet. Why, son of a gun, pay for all I've done. Well, they'll get upset, 'cause I ain't done just yet.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 33, here's second down and 5. Throwing is Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Hurts. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
There on the high throw, luckily fell incomplete. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Hurts to throw. He'll try and do this himself. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
A first down carry for Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Here's 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw here. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain. So when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Second and goal from inside the 5. From the gun, it's Hurts. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The kick by Elliott is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, 65 yards. And the Ravens are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Powering his way forward. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Complete. Smith has it.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Back to throw here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. He'll drop to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Up the middle with Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 3rd and 4. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. They'll set up a throw. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles have regained the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Elliott good on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
To throw is Jackson. But looking deep here for Flowers. And this ball will be intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Why you all in my face, taking up all of my space? You should get out of my way, you should get out of my way. Don't tell me what I should do, I'ma do what I want anyway. Don't really care what you think, you should get out of my way. Get your talking face out of my way, out of my way, out of my way, out of my way. I got too many plays, I don't even play. Get out of my way, out of my way, out of my way.
Way up, get your weight up, put your plate up. You a foreign, we at war, and I got all the hallelujah, Talladega, baby Jesus, in the flesh, come and get it, and I'm with it. All my friends coming with all their friends, and we get active, yeah, we get active.
All right, no table is safe outside of Highmark Stadium because this crowd is loud and this crowd is ready for a ball game. We're just outside of Buffalo in Orchard Park, New York. Up next, it's our main event between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Buffalo Bills. Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And we're off and running from Western New York. Set to return it. Here's Will Shipley. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Here's another carry for Barkley. Another small 4-yard chunk there. Christian Benford up to make that stop.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Hurts now from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
He's got Devontae Smith. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
First down, a run with Barkley. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. Give him 24 yards on that one. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down. Moving quickly, trying to get set. From the red zone on first. Escapes out to the left. Brought in. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Now Allen off the play action. Rolling out to his left. He can run it. Allen slides to a stop there with enough for the first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Allen now on first down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. James Cook the intended target. So that brings up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. This one's quickly to Shakir. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Looking quickly here. On first down, Allen. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Reed Blankenship. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. 2nd down.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Hurts looking to throw. Ooh, on him quick there, and they bring him to the turf. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. It's the Eagles soaring to an early lead. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're looking at 3rd and 6 here. Throw here, 3rd down. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
They'll indeed go for this. It's Hurts. Pass complete to Goddard. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive a lot of us thought had stalled out is going to carry on. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Hurts setting up to throw. It's a screen to Barkley. Big gain has them across the 40. And they'll finally get him down at the 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. And not much scoring to this point as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Highmark Stadium in just a moment. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Running in the red zone. That's Smith on the slant. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the pistol, Hurts. Vacates quickly left side. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Matt Milano in to pick it off. And the Bills are stopped just outside of their own end zone after the interception.
You know exactly what I don't like there, Kate. It's only 1st and goal. You got a couple more plays in your pocket to get in the end zone. Instead, you put the ball in harm's way on your very first crack, and now, well, that defense has an opportunity to bail themselves out exactly what they just did.
From his own end zone, Allen. This is reeled in by Joshua Palmer. And they'll take him down here right at the 8-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their 1st time out, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 3rd and short.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the 1st half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Allen on 3rd and short. That's caught for the 1st. Well, this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action now with Allen. It's another 1st half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Nakobe Dean. And the Eagles nearly take it back for a pick 6, but he's stopped at the very last moment. Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's first and goal. Barkley. And it looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive. He goes to the hurry up here.
Pickup of 2. Brings up second and goal.
He gets it again. And he's in this time. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles will add to their lead at the end of the half. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. They send a man in motion. It's brought in downfield by Kincaid. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. Buffalo calls it second time out of the half. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
The 43-yard line.
We are going to do this. We got this.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Throwing now on first down, Allen. Oh, should have had another one there. Defense getting opportunity after opportunity to pick it off. The 2 in a row now have slipped away. Almost had back-to-back interceptions. A chance for him now to clean things up here on second down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Not an enviable spot as they come up third and long. Here he goes, third and long. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And the Eagles get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. Oh, man, Brock, somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
It's going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Throwing here just before halftime. Lasers this one deep down the middle. And this final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up 2nd down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Allen on 3rd down. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
Three straight passes have hit the ground, but here we go. They're going for it on 4th. They'll go. Allen. And they got home. Sacked him on 4th down. We've got a turnover on downs, and the defense takes over in plus territory.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Philadelphia Eagles taking on themselves. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. We'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this one.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Barkley. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. A terrific run there. He's finally taken down at the 25-yard line.
That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Hurts to the air on 1st down. Moving to his right. He keeps it himself. Uh-oh. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark him out of bounds at the 1-yard line. They get 24 on that one, and just like that, it's 1st and goal. Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. Finding room across midfield. Down the sideline to the 20. And he will go all the way. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
On the return, it's Tank Bigsby. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Barkley.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
And he's going to go out of bounds, though there are markers on the field, as the officials will sort this one out. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here. as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. Mayfield to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's Mayfield. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. And they're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Barkley, inside handoff. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Now open left side is Brown. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles are on the board first here on the road in Tampa.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
From the gun, Mayfield. That's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll find his tight end, Payne Durham. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. They'll try and throw for it here. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options and throws it away. Here's 2nd and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Hurts. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Blocked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Now Mayfield. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
To throw, Mayfield. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 6-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Mayfield on play action. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it down here to the 43. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. It's caught by Mike Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 43 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. They go play action with Hurts. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Looking here for Smith downfield.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's Hurts to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. Airing it out deep for Smith. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Well, I think you have to forgive him just a little bit here because he's out of the pocket trying to make a play. But he rushes this throw and just wings it downfield right over the head of his wide open receiver.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll look to throw again. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Baker going to give it to Irving. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They go play action. Mayfield. He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here. And they do finally get him at the 12. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 42 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Going across the formation, there's Otten with it. 3rd down and 13.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Mayfield looks to throw. Yeah, he's got it. And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Cade Otten in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Todd Bowles leaving his offense on the field. They're going to go for 2 here. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jahan Dotson, 65 yards. And the Eagles have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. That's caught at the 1. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself. Put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, he's got Ibuka. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Mayfield going to switch things up here.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. To the right side, catch made by Ibuka. Down the sideline he goes. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Emeka Ibuka, 48 yards. And the Buccaneers have taken the lead here this third quarter. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Mayfield going to try to throw for the two. And this one incomplete. So they went for the two, they don't get it. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And CD, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, now you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
This is Smith with the ground. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 34-yard line. He'll look to throw. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Hurts will throw.
And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Mayfield. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Zach Bond
What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
In motion left, Godwin.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Mayfield.
Martin brings it in over the middle.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Open man is Ibuka. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Mayfield down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Baker changing the play at the line.
Mayfield with it once more. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
They'll try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone. So how about that for putting it on the line? They've taken the lead by a point here in the 4th quarter. They didn't want the tie. They roll the dice and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with you. We're going to go ahead and push it to a 1-point lead, and it just changes the complexion of the whole game.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Here comes 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
A run up the middle with Irving.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Mayfield off the play fake.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
180. Alert, alert.
Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Mayfield.
That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now Mayfield. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
180.
Oh.
Across the formation, he finds Godwin.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Here's 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
He's back to throw.
Now Hurts is going to do it himself.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Fourth down, 10 yards to go. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.
Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring them out, bring them out. Hey. Bring them out, bring them out. Yeah. Bring them out, bring them out. Hey. Bring them out, bring them out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Most feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now. Don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, hit. Before I sat down, still ballin', money stacked tall in shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All my hot girls yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All the dope boys yelling, bring them out.
Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Coming up, we have a good one for you between the Detroit Lions and the Philadelphia Eagles. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're underway from Philadelphia. Tank Bigsby here with the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Bigsby. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. A good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down. Again, it's Bigsby. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. right, here we go. Second down. They run it with Saquon Barkley. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Lee McNeil in on the tackle. Offense in the hurry up here. On third down, it's Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity.
First down, a run with Barkley. Not the way to begin.
With a new stadium rising just to the west of us, for now we're back for football in the familiar setting of Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Buffalo Bills. With my partner Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. We are just about set to kick it off. And off we go. In Western New York. They'll get across the 20, welcome down to the 23-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. Hurts and Brown connect. And it's a first down for Philly.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Barkley. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Throwing is Hurts. On the move left. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
It's a gain of 20. And an Eagle.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Now Barkley. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Hurts to the air on first down. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And it'll be second down.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long. And as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet. But I can promise you, they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
That'll be taken in by Barker. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And now, 3rd and goal coming up. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. What will the second quarter have in store? It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back after this. On 4th down, it's Jake Elliott time for the Eagles. His kick is perfect. And the Eagles will take a 3-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Allen gonna throw to get things going. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On the ground, this is James Cook. Ooh. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
It's a pickup of 13. Leads to 3rd down and 3.
5 wide. Sunday. Hey, tight.
Now it's Allen. He gets this complete to Shakir. And he will score. Khalil Shakir. Touchdown, Bills. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the 1st down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that 1st down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Bigsby to return it. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. A first down throw for Hurts. There's the tight end, Greg Calcaterra. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. A pistol snap back to Hurts. He connects downfield to Dobson. And he will dive into the end zone. 70 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Now Hurts and the Eagles will try the 2-point conversion.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Now they'll set up to throw. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy is better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away.
The Bills take over first down 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Cook. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Jalen Carter out of Georgia makes the tackle. So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8.
At the 37-yard line.
Half 85, half 85.
Once again, it's Cook. Room to run past midfield. And he'll be forced out of bounds. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Five wide. Hey, tight. 56.
Allen working from the pistol. Pass complete right side to Kincaid. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
14 more yards. That's another Bills first down.
In motion goes Cooks.
26-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's Allen. He's got the connection there. It's Joshua Palmer. And he will get into the end zone. Joshua Palmer. Touchdown, Buffalo.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. If you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Bigsby to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. On first down, it's Hurts. Rolling right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Off he goes. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. 25 yards, the pickup there. Good for an Eagles first down.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
Pass over the middle to Calcaterra. And they're going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well, down inside the 20. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. To throw is Hurts. Exiting the pocket right. Trying to make a play out of the pocket. Couldn't do it. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Bishop.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
They'll throw on first down with Allen. And he's going to be taken down at the 17-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. On first down, it's Allen. Forced out wide. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it. And that's going to bring an end to this first half. So, 1 half in the books. Second half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Allen going to give it to Cook. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
On third down, it's Allen. Open man, left side. He's got it. Inside the 10. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 81 yards. Touchdown, Buffalo. Pass now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Bills will extend this third quarter lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Bigsby to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. Room to run at the 40. Down the sideline to the 20. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end. Dallas got it. Pushed back to the 11-yard line for second and goal. I'll run up the middle with Barkley. And he's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're second. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
Check the doors, check the windows, and pull the blinds. I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the ladder when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And just shouting him off there. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first. They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
That's another Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now a second and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. Hurts. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been.
You gotta look at that though, bro. I pushed that on the money, bro. I put that on the stream.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal.
It's a dot, bro.
Let's go.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown.
I mean, it was a good play. 1 or 2 things was gonna happen. I was gonna catch it. You was gonna pick it off. Incomplete. 1 or 2 things.
And the Eagles put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now it's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 58 yards.
That won't happen again. He don't even supposed to be in the game. But that's your first.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd
I didn't
down.
possess a catch that though.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
A rifles one that's going to be intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it.
He pushed them off.
Fuck. To the 42-yard line. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
The give, right side for Gibbs. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on
You
the
said
ground,
what?
honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
I did.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now Goff taps his forward. That's a jet
Ain't no
sweep.
fucking way.
And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
Jamison Williams hauling that one in from Jared Goff.
And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. They'll cross over out of bounds.
Oh, fucking way, bro.
39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Back to throw now on first down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And he comes back with one complete. And the Eagles are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Elliott good with a PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on it.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 65 yards. And the Lions will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now back to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in this second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Goff. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this will remain a one-touchdown game. In the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Goff going to keep it himself. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Down the left sideline. And he takes this one back into
the same man. No, fuck no. Fuck no. Fuck no. You done got so many goddamn PIs. Fuck no.
Turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people
fuck no. Let me get my pick 6, bro. Let me get my pick 6. Let me get that, bro. Let me get that. Let me get that. I don't want no handout, bro. I picked that off. The computer didn't pick that shit for me. I did, bro. Let me get that, bro.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, his second touchdown of the night. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point forthcoming. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
At the 26-yard line.
They'll drop the throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. He's got Smith here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
That's good for an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. His short throw caught by Goddard. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Hurts. This is caught. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Now Hurts looking to change the play.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Complete. Smith has it. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 12-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. But he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Barkley is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down, goal to go.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
63.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
On the RPO, he'll keep it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here to about the 40-yard line. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. Here's 2nd down. Now Goff. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush.
I love how they're tearing the pages out of the so-called book. I wish more teams would do this instead of laying back. Bring pressure in this situation. Go after him a little bit.
Goff. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Midge used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Here now, 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and they jump back ahead, 35-28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. This is 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback.
User.
Intercepted. And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Looking for Dotson. He's got him. Now inside the 25. Jahan Dotson. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
I'm Obviously, Charles, such an important, well-executed touchdown, and that caps off what has been a strong second half. Remember, they trailed at halftime.
And how about the response? That's the type of thing that every team talks about before a season begins. Don't worry about the scoreboard at the half. Let's play strong in the second and come out and take the fight to our opponent. They did exactly that, and now they have the lead to show for it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Here's first down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. They'll come up now. This is second and long. A shotgun snap for Goff. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's third and long.
2 for 1. 180. Move.
Goff. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Hey, let's go. Trim it.
Now a throw here out wide. He might be looking to throw this again, but he's not going to be able to get rid of it. He's going to be tackled behind the line.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.
Told him, man. Thought he was going to get goddamn that shit every time with whatchamacallit. One and done. And the crazy thing about it, Adoree almost got a pick six. Or did he get a pick six? Mitchell got a pick six. But I think Adoree caught a pick. And I think Adoree did. No, he didn't get a pick six. He didn't. Way to read that, though.